If there is one type of food that can fulfill your food desires, it's gotta be pizza. No other food compares to the deliciousness of melted cheese with a crispy crust, tomato sauce, and basically all your favorite toppings. A lot of people love Naples-style pizza, while many obsess with Chicago deep dish. But what defines a great pizza? Well, let's hear it from a pizza artisan.
Well, for me, the pizza is the best combination of many ingredients together. It's a rich plate, it's a rich dish, and you can have everything from the appetizer to the main course.
The heart of a great pizza is in its crust. Imagine this, a bubbly crust pizza. Doesn't that sound absolutely irresistible? But how can we get a good quality and crunchy pizza? The answer is the yeast.
The yeast is very important because it's the base of everything in the pizza. It's the base of the fermentation. So our yeast originally is more than 20 years. The main yeast is made by grape, and originally was just a fermentation from the grape and flour. If the yeast is not good, if the yeast is not strong enough, the pizza doesn't work.
Understanding the role of yeast in pizza dough making is not enough. Tossing the pizza dough is also an important part of the pizza making process. The tossing process extends the dough and stretches it into the perfect shape. And it also helps to ensure the dough contains a correct amount of moisture, making it less sticky and easier to handle.
For me, a good pizza dough must be very light to digest. Because I have a bad experience before with the pizza, which takes so long to digest and make me so thirsty. So we try to escape from this kind of pizza, and we focus on our pizza, which is really light, crispy, and really easy to digest. The temperature is really important of the dough. When you reach a certain temperature, the fermentation is really balanced. So you can start to proof, and you can start to put in the oven. And it's really important, the oven too.
What I love about pizza besides eating it is the cooking process. Because when I was back in Canada, I would invite my friends over to my house and we'd make pizza together. And it's a great way to get people involved in the cooking process, and you get to eat it after too. So if you want to hang out with your friends and have fun, simply throw a pizza party.
I prefer the white base pizza, like a mozzarella cheese. And like now we just create a new one, which is mozzarella, mortadella ham, and fresh burrata cheese, which is without tomato, which I don't like. And yeah, it's really rich on flavor, and it's really tasty.
With different toppings such as mozzarella cheese, cherry tomatoes, arugula, Parma ham, and shaved Parmesan cheese on the top, this tasty-looking pizza is great for sharing. And if you love seafood, then this pizza is undoubtedly something you cannot miss. Chef Valentino uses Mediterranean fresh anchovies to create this delicious pizza.
So there's a lively debate about how to properly eat a pizza. Some people like to use fork and knife, some people like to just use their hands. Now, Chef Valentino's recommendation is that you should fold up the slice of pizza and eat it from the pointy end first. That way, the hot, melty cheese and toppings won't melt out and burn your chin. Now, after all this talk, I'm really hungry, so let's try a slice.
Whether it's changing your hairstyle, trying new makeup, or training your body, us ladies are constantly exploring ways to make ourselves more beautiful. But did you ever think about how a classic form-fitting cheongsam can help ladies emphasize their curves and gorgeous appearance? Born in Shanghai and raised in Hong Kong, Grace discovered her passion for fashion through a successful modeling career for over a decade. With her experience in the fashion industry and style instinct, Grace created her own label back in 2011, aiming to create a contemporary East meets West cheongsam style clothing line. So what makes cheongsam so irresistible?
Well, cheongsam represents the Oriental aesthetic with appreciation of art. And the body curve silhouette presents the femininity, elegance, and the classic side of women. The beautiful cheongsam culture actually shows the attention to the detail and also the definition of the high quality and craftsmanship.
That sounds beautiful. How did you end up being a modern cheongsam designer?
I remember I did a fashion show for the cheongsam brand at that time. I was so fascinated with all those beautiful cheongsam, with all those unique classic and with a little Oriental modern twist detail. So after the show, I went to the shop and bought a few pieces for myself. After a couple of years later, I found that the shop was closed. So I was quite disappointed. Ever since that, I couldn't find any modern cheongsam that I liked in town. So then I have a thought that
why not I design my own?
Exactly. Yeah, I think, why don't I just create my own brand so I can design those cheongsam with a modern twist and more fashionable enough and can be the easy fit for the daily wear.
What I love about cheongsam is it's traditional, elegant, and chic all at the same time. Imagine if you had to attend an event and everyone is wearing that simple evening gown, but you're wearing a classic, form-fitting cheongsam. Wow, I'm sure you'll be the center of attention. What would you say is the difference between traditional cheongsam and modern cheongsam?
Like the traditional style, usually they will do the tailor-made because everything has to be perfect fit. Yeah. But in terms of the modern cheongsam, we request a more comfortable style. So we will just, we have more a ready-to-make. So most dress we have different sizes already, or as you request, or maybe we can do some little alteration for you to make it more like a regular fit. So apart from the fit, and also for the fabric. So traditional one usually they're using the silk or no stretch fabric.
What goes behind your design inspiration?
Well, my inspiration's actually from everywhere. Like all those surrounding buildings, food, street lights, and architecture. So all can come up with all different inspiration because we create our own prints as well. So a lot of things is all coming from our daily life. Well, for perfect fit cheongsam, you better pay attention for your shoulder width, like collar length, and the size for your hip and the waist, and also the dress color, whether it's suitable for your skin tone or not.
What's your design philosophy and how did you present this through your latest collection?
I want to create a cheongsam to let people wear with confidence and comfortable, and also to build up the positive image of women. Well, in this collection, we have used a lot of bright color, which bring up a lot of joy and happiness to people.
Last but not least, what's your ultimate goal as a cheongsam designer?
Well, I want to introduce our modern twist cheongsam to the public, and especially we can pass down this beautiful traditional culture to the next generation. Well, we want to educate them with the appreciation with our unique Oriental culture. But sometimes I think we don't have to just blindly follow the fashion trend, but especially for our environment. Cheongsam can be a sustainable fashion. After the certain years later, you can still wear this beautiful piece and without being out of fashion.
It's long-lasting.
Exactly.
And timeless.
That's why I want to introduce cheongsam as your daily wear outfit.
They say a great outfit is the best tool to unleash your inner chic. And a beautiful cheongsam can absolutely boost your confidence level. So ladies, are you ready to let your inner light shine? They say family is the cornerstone of a successful life. After the break, we will sit down with a mother-daughter duo and a father-son duo to share their stories.
There are plenty of tips out there on how to become a successful entrepreneur. You can read as much as Bill Gates, to be open-minded, or simply work extremely hard. So entrepreneur born or made, while hard work is all it takes to success, I still think that a person's family and surroundings are what helped to develop their charisma.
My philosophy of life, I think, life is short. So whenever you still have your energy, you still have your dream, your passion, so you have to do something that you like. You really have to find something you enjoy and play. Then you can really rejuvenate, and then you come back and then you fight again, you work again.
The biggest lesson I've learned from my parents is to always stay humble and work hard. They always encourage me to do more. So, sometimes some people will think, oh, but that's not part of my job description. But my parents will always encourage me to be helpful to others because there's always something to learn from everything you do.
There's a saying that goes, like mother, like daughter. Lilia and Florence share not just a similar passion for fashion, they are both entrepreneurs themselves too. From growing businesses to grooming, this mother and daughter duo certainly knows the way to work hard and play harder.
So before we dive into a very serious check today, I've prepared 6 rapid fire questions for you two. So you're gonna act quick and answer quick, okay? So are you ready?
Try.
All right,
Okay.
so
Ready.
So, okay, when it comes to heels and flat, which one?
Sneakers. Just kidding. Flats.
Flats as well.
Flats.
Yeah.
Necklace and earrings.
Necklace.
Earrings.
Diamond or pearls?
Diamond.
All right.
No choice, actually. Yeah.
Handbag or crossbody?
Crossbody.
Handbag.
And when it comes to travel destination or food, France or Italy?
Italy.
Both.
And the last one, pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
All right.
Pasta. Yeah.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's start our conversation today. Both of you are an entrepreneur yourself. So what do you think is the key to starting up your own business?
Well, I think you have to be very, very determined and driven to start your own business. And you really have to work very hard and stay focused.
So any tips from Lydia for Florence?
Before you go through the process to be success, you have to understand there's many difficulties. So when there is a difficulties comes, you have to face it, and then you have to be very strong. You believe yourself, and then you have your energy to move on. This is very important.
Yeah.
Don't stop, always don't stop.
Aside from business, let's get into more personal. Is that the mother and daughter date a thing in your family?
Well, we're both quite busy, but we also both really like to enjoy life.
I don't think I treat myself as a mother.
Yeah.
Both looks like a
Not
sister
really.
more.
Yeah. We like to travel together. We've been to fashion shows around the world together.
No, actually, we have a lot of common interests, right?
Yeah.
And we're wearing the same clothes, actually.
Yeah.
We can share.
We share clothes. So,
Even
so
shoes.
this is a mother-daughter thing that we
Share closet.
we do in our house.
I know you both of you are super busy, and then you always need to attend a lot of different social events. How do you describe your style?
Freestyle, I think.
Freestyle.
I think so.
Good answer.
When I want to go to event, I just pick whatever I want.
How about Florence?
For me, actually, my mom always encouraged me to have my own style. So I like things that are a bit edgy, a bit different.
If you were to pick some of your favorite fashion pieces from your wardrobe, what would that be and why?
I like t-shirts, actually. Normally, I like to wear t-shirts, shorts, summertime. But sometimes when it comes to very formal, I can wear dress up a nightgown, just maybe very colorful or low cut with full of diamond earring. This is my style as well.
Okay, how about Florence?
For me, I really like leather jackets. I think it's a very quick shortcut to look cool. I also am a big fan of denim.
So the last question I'm gonna ask about what do you feel the most grateful about having her or her in your life?
I think I'm very grateful to have a mom like her because she's very young and full of energy, and she has a lot of friends, and it just makes life so much more enjoyable for me.
Actually, she's quite girly girl. I think she's quite like a child as well, to me, because she's very easy to be happy. I'm happy with her because she actually is a very good girl, very compassionate with a lot of things. I'm happy to be with her, of course, right? I hope she's happy all the time.
Family is always the root of love. It's great to see the perfect mother and daughter relationship from Lydia and Florence today. Both of their experiences and tips are actually inspiring me to think of to start off my business in the future. Maybe someday I will be successful just like both of them.
Sometimes, if you want to gain a deeper understanding of a certain thing, you have to change your perspective and look at it from different angles. Now, the same rule applies to Oriental art. Oriental art is something that offers so much more than just layers of black and white and delicate brushstrokes. Let's appreciate the aesthetic of Oriental art through the lens of artists from two different generations.
During my age of 15, I started the Mainland style, which focused mainly on flowers and birds and so on. With the technique, I want to explore more. So I had on to do some more sketchings, outdoor sketching myself. Open my eyes to another angle, to landscape.
In my opinion, I think Chinese painting nowadays needs to change. And I think the change needs respect to culture and tradition. Because without the cultural and traditional element, it will become shallow and hard to sustain. And in my Chinese painting style, I use a lot of ancient Chinese motifs, and I incorporate it with a hatching system of mine and create a new way to do my painting. Mostly, my artistic style is shaped by my education, my Western education. Secondly, my father gave me a lot of ways to appreciate art, and he didn't really teach me how to paint in his style, but he inspires me.
Both Mr. He Bai Li and Eric Ho were inspired by their fathers to pursue their artistic careers. Although this father-son duo creates artwork through the common medium of ink, they each have their own distinctive style. And as Chinese Canadians who returned to Hong Kong 20 years ago, their take on Chinese ink painting is certainly unique. Now, can you tell us, do you like to incorporate local elements into your paintings at all?
All my subject matters come from what I see. As for Hong Kong, those were the days where every day we can see the boats. It's one of my best subjects.
Right.
I incorporate in my paintings.
So it's the central theme.
Yeah.
Right. And how about you?
Oh, as for me, I go around Hong Kong and I see different things like the tile. This is like a fishing village. And I also have a series called HKID, which is a reflection of Hong Kong streets and street signs and all this stuff. I do incorporate a lot of everyday stuff into my paintings.
So it seems like you are both inspired by a lot about your local surroundings. Does that mean that you guys like to work together sometimes?
Yes.
What was that like?
Oh, that was fun. A small piece that I started doing is called the sweeping mountain drifting boats. And I do the mountain and my dad do the boats.
One day, Eric brought in his painting, said, "Oh, I'm doing some landscapes." I said, "Oh, that's great. Let me see." I said, "Oh, it's Hong Kong landscape to me." No, wait, don't finish it. I'll do the wrap up of it. So I put the boats, and suddenly this this new style comes up.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's quite accidental.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it must be really cool having a creative buddy in the family together. Like, what's that like?
We used to go to a lot of antique shows, galleries, or any exhibition, like anything, like even toys, different stuff.
And also, we do go outdoor sketching together quite sometimes, yeah.
I would like to ask, what do you love most about painting?
Personally, I like to do art because it's like, besides the enjoyment, it's like you free yourself out. You go on and you just focus on what you do. It's like a meditation, I would say. Yeah. So that was a fun part.
Art is something like, it's nothing just like you paint what you see. The style so-called different, Western and Chinese is, we want to create something, the arousal, so-called the inner energy or inner feeling, not just merely the direct copy of the scene on the paper. All right? So that when this viewer, after seeing this, we can share what is behind the painting, what is beyond the painting, not just this is just a beautiful scene.
There is no golden rule to be followed when it comes to art. Passing down traditional art, such as the Chinese ink painting, requires not just skillful brush painting techniques, but also creative efforts and a strong will to retain the true essence of Oriental art. That's all the time we have for this week's episode. If you want to find out more about what we've introduced, remember to log on to our website. In the coming weeks, we will continue to help you find the key to a sweet life. Join us to savor the best tastes of the season, kickstart a healthier lifestyle, keep up with the latest trend in everything, connect with inspiring people, and find out ways to look gorgeous. Be sure to tune in again next time to live your best life.